Okay, so in this video I'm going to have a look at the Junior Certificate Higher Level Maths Paper 1 for 2018, and I'm going to have a look at question 7. So this one just talks about Jonas, who has unlimited supply of €5 notes and €2 coins. So we have to fill in the table to show 3 different ways in which he can use these to make exactly €27. One way is already done, so he could use one €5 note and 11 €2 coins. So the 11 €2 coins would make up to €22, plus 5 will give us 27. Okay, so another way of doing it would be maybe to take 3 €5 coins. That'll bring us up to 15, which will leave us with €12 left, so we need 6 €2 coins. Another way would be to take 5 €5 coins. That'll bring us up to €25, so we just need 1 €2 coin here. Okay, so that's it for part A. Part B then just says explain how he could use his supply of €5 notes and €2 coins to make up every whole number value of money greater than €3. So we've got to start with €4, €5, €6, etc. We've got to keep going. So how could he do this? Well, he needs a certain number of €2 coins and a certain number of €5 coins. So let's say he needs X number of €2 coins and let's say Y number of €5 notes. Well, then he would need to make up any N euro greater than 3. Let's just see, then he would need 2x plus 5y. That should give us our N euros. So multiply 2 by the number of coins he needs, and then 5 by the number of €5 notes he needs. That'll make up any N. So let's just check that. If we take 4, for example, €4, how could we make up €4 here? Well, we could just take x as being 2, so it would be 2 times 2, and then we need no €5 notes, so that'll give us our €4. Similarly with 5, we would just make y equal to 1 and x equal to 0. 6 could be just x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 0. That'll give us 6. 7 could be y is equal to 1, which will give us 5, and x is equal to 1, so that'll make up 7. 8 could be just x is equal to 4. In fact, any even number for n would be just some multiple here of 2, and y would be 0, and so on. So this is really how we would do it here. Okay, so really that's it. Let's have a look at the next question. This is question 8. Let's see. Solve the following equation. Give each answer correct to 2 decimal places. Okay, so we have x squared minus 4x minus 7 equal to 0. Now if you try to factorize this, you'll find that you won't end up with whole number factors here. So really we've got to use our formula, our quadratic formula, which is x is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now in our particular case here, we can see that a is equal to 1. That's the coefficient of the x squared. There's a 1 here. B is equal to minus 4. This is our b here, the coefficient of x. And c then is just equal to minus 7. So you've just got to substitute these numbers in. So you've got minus b, so minus minus 4, which is plus 4, plus or minus the square root of b squared, Well, b is minus 4, so I'm going to square that. Minus 4 times a, which is 1, and c, which is minus 7. All over twice a is 1. So we just got to work this out and simplify it then, correct it 2 decimal places. So let's have a look at this. So we have 4 plus or minus. I'm just going to do what's inside the brackets here. Well, minus 4 squared is plus 16. We've got minus 4 times plus 1 is just minus 4. Minus times minus is plus. 4 sevens, 28. 2 times 1, 2. So we end up with 4 plus or minus the square root of 44. 28, 38, plus 6 is 44, yep. 44. So I'll just work over here now. So that will give us 4 plus the square root of 44 divided by 2, or 4 minus the square root of 44 divided by 2. Now you can do this on your calculator and you'll get numbers which you've got to simplify or reduce or round to 2 decimal places. So when you round this one to 2 decimal places, you get 5.32, and this one over here will give us minus 1.32. And that's it. That's our solution. I don't think we were asked to do anything else. Solve the equation, give your answer correct to 2 decimal places, and that's it. So these are our x's here. Okay, next one. The solution of the equation x squared minus x minus 2 is equal to 0 are x is equal to minus 1 and x is equal to 2. The solutions mean, well, we've just done one. We've had a similar kind of problem where we solved something like this and we got 2 values for x. But what are those 2 values for x? Well, they're just called the roots of the equation, or where the graph actually cuts the x-axis. So it would be this point, these 2 points here, where they cut the x-axis, or these 2 here, or these 2 here. Well, in this case we have minus 1 and 2. So there's a minus 1 here, so that looks fine. There's a 2 here, so that's fine. The graph cuts the x-axis at minus 1 and 2. Similarly here we got minus 1 and 2 here, so this could be that graph either. Here we have minus 2 and 1, so that's incorrect. So it couldn't possibly be this graph here. So it must be one of these 2 graphs. In fact, the question says put a tick in the correct box to show which of these graphs is this particular function. So it's either A, B, or C. So it can't be C because we have the wrong roots here. So it must be one of these 2 here. So the only difference between these 2 here, really, besides well, the only difference between these 2 here really is where the graph cuts the y-axis. We can see it cuts the y-axis here at minus 2, and it cuts the y-axis here in graph B at somewhere around minus 3. So which is correct? So we got to find where this function here cuts the y-axis. So let's just write that down. We have our function f of x, and it's equal to x squared minus x minus 2. We want to know where does it cut the y-axis. Well, all the points on the y-axis have the x coordinates as 0. So this point here and this point here will have their x coordinates as 0. So if we put in 0 here, we can work out the y value. So x squared minus x minus 2. So if we put in 0 for x, we'll get y is equal to 0 squared minus 0 minus 2. So that'll give us y is equal to minus 2. So this function here cuts the graph at 0 minus 2. So we're looking at this graph here. This graph here cuts the y-axis at 0 minus 2 and has roots, or cuts the x-axis at minus 1, 2. So it's graph A. So we got to justify our answer. Well, this is the justification here. We can write it out. We can say something like the roots are minus 1 and 2, so that implies graphs A or B. and then f of x cuts the y-axis. It cuts the y-axis at 0 minus 2. So you would do this here. So that implies f of x is graph A. So that would be your justification here, or words to that effect anyway. Okay, so that's it for these two questions.